back for round two, and this is going to be my review on Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. And I never thought that I would actually see this in theaters because I was going to wait for streaming if this was to come to streaming. But I will say this right off the bat. I am so glad, but very depressed that I actually did see this. So, this is a documentary all about Christopher Reeve and his rise to fame as the one, the only Superman. And this just delves into like his personal life, his acting career, and his horrific tragedy that caused him to be paralyzed for nearly 10 years. This was a very, very hard movie to watch, but extremely important. So, this just delves into everything you didn't know about Christopher Reeve, and there was like this very strong comradeship between him and Robin Williams that is very relevant in this movie. So, this goes into very, very somber issues because it's just a work of art, if you will, because this is a tribute to Christopher Reeve. And I'm like trying to like keep it together right now because boy did I bust out a couple times during this because it just felt so sincere. But this is probably one of the best documentaries that I've seen in a very long time. And to like do it in this style is just perfect. So this goes into like Christopher Reeve's first relationship where he had like his one son and one daughter with the first girl, and then he met Dana Reeve, and then they had their third kid. And some of the marriage between Christopher Reeve and Dana Reeve were kind of estranged, but they really came together and they treated these kids with respect. And all the kids like said what they needed to say. And the Christopher Reeve Foundation was all about like people with like disability and paralysis, and it's a very rich foundation for that community. Christopher Reeve was a chairman until the day he died, and then Dana Reeve took over, and then the kids took over, and it's still a very popular foundation. Guys, let me get down to like how these kids describe the deaths of three of their most loved ones. Christopher Reeve died in 2004, and Will Reeve said that he lost his grandmother just a couple months after his dad. And then Dana Reeve died within like a year after Christopher Reeve because of lung cancer. These kids lost 3 family members within the course of 18 months. I can't imagine that. I mean, I've went through loss, and it's very hard to deal with. And that's where I really broke down with this movie. But, this is a very important movie to watch. Not only because it is about the most popular Hollywood role ever to be produced, but it's just about like one of the most popular men in Hollywood history. So I didn't get into like how Christopher Reeve got paralyzed. He was an accomplished equestrian, and he was riding on his horse one day during like practice, and the horse just like suddenly stopped, and then he just hit his head at like a weird angle, essentially almost getting decapitated without getting decapitated. He was like a millimeter from death. Just a miracle how he survived. And then 9 years, and he barely even showed movement throughout. It's done by like stem cell research. And I couldn't stop thinking about this movie ever since I saw it. And it's probably gonna be in my top 10 somewhere at the end of the year. I really, really enjoyed this documentary. It was fascinating, but so sad. But I love this, and I think it's going to be a very rare grade for me to rate a documentary, because I usually don't review documentaries or grade them, but I definitely wanted to talk about this. My final grade for Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, is an A+. I mean, let the Oscar nominate this for Best Documentary Feature, and I'm sure that it would win. So, I really love this, and I would definitely like to watch it again. But it definitely rips out your soul. But those are my thoughts on Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. I got one more video for you guys, and it's going to be part of my vampire watching. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Adios. Peace.